Hi there, my name is Heather Dranitsaris-Hilliard, and I want to talk to you about what it takes to stop playing relationship roulette and actually win the relationship game. Have you ever wondered why it is that you behave the way you do in relationships? Or maybe why it is that others behave the way they do? Why some people might be really emotional and others are excessively rational? And why romance and affection might seem really easy for some while it's anxiety producing for others? Well, it's not really a no-brainer, so I have to tell you that. But it is all about the brain, because our brains are hardwired with a relationship style. And that includes specific patterns, behavior that we go to every time to relate to others. And that wiring includes those pesky emotional needs that must be met for us to feel satisfied in our relationships, right? For us to really show up and have a really authentic relationship with others in our lives. Now, think of it like this. Your relationship style is kind of like having your own internal framework for relationships and for how you think relationships should be done, really. So you automatically go into following that particular framework. It comes with a very, very specific set of beliefs, what people should or shouldn't be doing, maybe how they should already know that about me without my having to tell them. It comes with behaviors and challenges, right? And you may, like most people, assume that everyone else has the same relationship needs as you do, right? And they should just, magically know how it works to have a relationship with you and what it is that you need to be happy in that relationship. That's wrong. You need to throw away all your assumptions and all the shoulds that you hold about relationships and how others should behave in relationships and really get down to what matters most. Getting your innate psychological needs met and knowing exactly how to meet the needs of your partner, right? Your boss, your coworker, your child, your mother-in-law, basically anyone you have a relationship with. Because if you understand their internal relationship framework, well, you've got the key for getting the behavior in the relationship that you're looking for and for getting that to that point of real satisfaction in that relationship. And where does it start? Well, it all starts from knowing your relationship style. One approach, right? This is really important to understand that one approach to relationships does not fit all. There are actually 16 relationship styles. So think of that. 16 different types of people to relate to, 16 different ways that people believe are the right way to have a relationship or how relationships should be done, right? 16 different sets of needs that must be satisfied for people to feel happy and fulfilled in their relationships. So if you're not familiar with the predominant needs of those 16 relationship styles, you really have a 1 in 16 chance of getting it right, And who likes those odds? So you can see how assumptions about your partner or others, again, at work or at home, and how they should be behaving in a relationship or thinking that they should be behaving the same way that you do really means that you are unknowingly contributing to your own dissatisfaction and frustration in your relationships. So if you're tired of having the same relationship issues, the same disappointments in your relationships, or the same frustrations, or, experiencing the same conflicts because you don't know how to do relationships with each of the 16 personality types, or the 8 striving styles as we refer to them. So if you are tired of the same relationship issues, the same disappointments or frustrations, experiencing the same conflicts over and over again in your relationships, then knowing how to do relationships with each of the 16 personality types, or what we refer to as the 8 striving styles, well, that is just a must. Because once you know what your partner, your client, your friend, your mother-in-law, etc., once you know their relationship needs, well, then you can shift your expectations. You can actually shift how you approach your relationships with them and really understand why they act the way they do, and instead focus on the needs that are being frustrated, that are causing the issues. That is what leads to resolution. That is what leads to transformation in your relationships. So the good news is we have what you need to fix your relationships. In addition to having live training each Monday to Friday on each of the 16 relationship styles, this is our lineup for Relationship Empowerment Month. We're actually going to talk in our podcast that we're dropping in and around Valentine's Day about the romance style. So you're really going to learn what it takes to have meaningful romance in the relationships, what you need for yourself based on your relationship style, but also what it is that your partner needs. And again, in order to feel satisfied, you're going to get some insights too into why maybe your partner isn't creating the fantasy Valentine's Day that you're always hoping or dreaming of. It all starts with you getting to know your relationship style, those innate needs that you have that must be met, and how it is that you're likely to behave in your relationships when those needs are being frustrated. Otherwise, what happens is you continue to be at the mercy of your impulses, those hardwired brain-based habits and self-protective behaviors and patterns of behavior really that just get in the way of you having satisfying relationships that you're meant to have, okay? So if you are playing relationship roulette and repeating the same frustrating patterns, just feeling like you just can't win in your relationships, then it is time to empower yourself by getting to know exactly how to navigate relationships with each of the 16 relationship styles. So stay tuned. Join us in our Facebook group or on LinkedIn to learn how to fix your relationships with this powerful relationship style framework. You're not going to want to miss any of the 16 romance and relationship style conversations, and we are doing it live so you can get all of your questions answered. And if you can't make that timing, don't worry, we will be dropping the recordings so you can catch up on each of the 16 styles as we progress through the month of February. So want more information, details, want to learn more about the timing and when we're talking about each of the 16 styles, just click on the link below and that'll take you over to our page where you can get a ton more information and also sign up so that you don't miss a single piece of the content or insights and information and training that we are dropping over the course of February as we celebrate Relationship Empowerment Month this February.